feel like people that are trying, Charlie, to get up and get talked about on TikTok are seeing that the only way to do it, rather than be a good person, is to say something absolutely
morning.
disgustingly controversial, racist, transfer, so that they get talked about, and then when it dies down, they're still, classed as a creator up there. It's weird behaviour.
Well, look at Captain Zach, right?
I can't stand the guy.
No, but he's allowed to go in people's boxes, all right, and say the shit he says, and you saw it again yesterday. He's in that box, being transphobic. What an ass. What a complete
can you
little
repeat
ass.
what he said? Because I never really heard it properly on there.
Yeah, can we play the Zach clip, because that's more clearer?
What, he's done something else again yesterday?
Yeah, so basically,
he was throwing the P
Alicia,
word around the day before.
Yes,
Alicia, he's
calls reaction, isn't he? That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but he's calling EQ by her,
he done
her
that.
name. That he
done that in a box I was in yesterday, and I pulled it.
Biological name, if you know what I mean.
Charlie, if you need to bring anybody else up, just drop me, okay?
Yeah, the people know the boxes are open. You're more than welcome to jump up. Just request the button.
Who likes EQ here? No, I don't as well. I mean, Andrew is a bit of a weirdo. Like,
I don't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, Andrew, yeah, because that's his real name. Andrew.
No,
you can't do that.
Please drop it.
Sorry, I didn't mean. No, sorry, I thought you were talking about someone else.
So the bloke that's calling the racist out is a homophobe.
No, you knew. I'm not homophobic because
transphobia.
Cockapoo. You just called me a homophobic. I mean, if it's a woman, why would it be homophobic?
You knew what she meant, bro, but please don't go to anybody else into an argument.
No, I understand. I know what you mean. I meant Mandrew, not Andrew.
Right.
It's like you just hear the end.
You've lost your argument now, bro. You're going to say you want to be transphobic, and she's been horrible to me, and I still won't stand for it.
Yeah, well, she can go on the app and say that she wishes that disabled people would be deceased. So yeah, I'm going to be transphobic.
So he's even admitting he's going to be transphobic.
I don't like it. I'm not transphobic.
Little ass.
She can say with the vile things that she.
That's a father, you know.
Have a little bit of a.
She is.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't like transphobic to it. He says it to me daily, and I never say a word.
Mate.
EQ is vile.
Well, yeah, but two wrongs don't make a right.
No, that's
Yeah, I mean,
that's true. That's true.
Love it, you know.
it's not just Captain Zach, is it? Because called DG out as well for when he did it.
Yeah,
he called her by that.
I saw the comments.
Yeah.
Comments, and that's just bad.
all the comments, ding Zach, drop him, just proving my point that, and nothing against Andrew, she do what she wants. I'd have different opinions on her, but she's keeping him in because, again, the numbers will be rising because he's being controversial. And do you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't she drop him straight away? All the comments.
When he said the P word, the slur for Pakistani, the day before, she didn't drop him then either.
No.
You know, he was sat saying awful stuff, disgusting stuff, and she didn't drop him.
At the start of that video, right, he said the name, obviously, of EQ's old name, and then he said, I think I got it wrong, that's not who I was talking about, but then later on, he condescended himself by saying that he was being transphobic and he knew he was doing it, so he's obviously...
He doesn't give a shit.
Of course he knows what he was doing, Mills. He knows exactly what he was doing. He's transphobic. He's transphobic.
You know, the thing with him is he shows off. You see, when there's other people around, other people that troll on this app, he starts showing off and he gets worse and worse and worse because he's showing off to people. But you can troll and you can chat shit without being transphobic, without being racist, and without being an awful piece of shit. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. And again, it's repetitive behaviour again, the same as Chester, right? It's not just once Zach's done it, he's done it numerous times.
But, people are saying, why's DG had a pass? He said it. Why is nobody talking about it?
The thing I think what DG said is disgusting, and I would say that if I saw someone playing it in a box, I'll put it on my live if people want me to put it on my live. I don't give a shit. But the thing is with DG, he's got a massive backing, so he's not going to get cancelled for it realistically.
Well, I'm not saying cancelled. I'm saying that, I don't hear anybody actually replaying it, going on about it, talking about it. It's been swept away. And it's not first time that DG's done anything wrong about other things as well, is it? You know, he were mocking Darren with filters for his disability. And then
That's
laughed about it.
interesting. I've just been looking so that we can have something up for helplines. I haven't specifically. I've looked for like mental health helplines, but helplines UK, but there's nothing on homophobia and racism that's popped up.
Do you know there's so much you can say to EQ without being transphobic? Like there's so much you can pull her up for. There's so much that you can say to her without dead naming her. It's thick people. People who
Well,
are
yeah,
too
because
thick
if me and you're
to
going to have a
use their
disagreement,
words.
Alicia, if me and you're going to have a disagreement and you were a lady, you know, you were a black lady or you were a lesbian or what, you know, why not, you know, I might call you a bitch or a cow.
Yeah, you
Or,
wouldn't.
you know what I mean? But you wouldn't
It
go...
just shows low intelligence levels, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke's on today, isn't he? He said yesterday he was coming on today to do his show, so...
Well, Miss Red said she was as well, didn't she, at 10?
She did, yeah. She did.
Yeah. And do you know what?
Not quite 10 yet, but...
I bet after all these shows today, we're all going to still be as angry, but they're still going to be making excuses.
Yeah,
think
it's like,
as
again,
well-
it gets swept under the carpet, doesn't it?
I think
That's
people
what
need,
happens.
people need a blackout where you just, obviously you raise awareness on it and then nobody speaks to them, nobody goes in their live, nobody goes live with them, and because
Look,
they're
we're
there
not
because they
just-
want the
listen, guys,
attention.
Can I
Take
just say,
it away.
we're not sitting here defending EQ in a
No,
way
I
that, you
like
know,
EQ. I don't
we
like
know,
EQ.
listen, we know two wrongs don't make a right. You know, what she said clearly the other day to G Crew, you know?
Yeah.
So, but when G Crew came on and he had his live where he was talking about EQ, not once did I ever hear that man, a dead namer, like Al Chester's just done.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why
sorry,
Chester's getting a free pass, I
Captain
really
Black.
don't.
Me either.
But Millsy, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Everyone involved with all of them, Luke the judge, Miss Red, Pearl, the lot of them, they all say, oh no, it's unforgivable, blah, de, blah, de, blah. And it gets brushed under the carpet. We won't talk to him, but they're talking to him off the app because Pearl admitted that herself.
But Pearl only said that she speaks to...
Within a few days, it gets forgotten about.
And if anybody
Sorry,
else or
but
any of
exactly,
us,
so there's no denying it.
and
No,
when
Pearl
that
did
happens
only
to
say
any,
she
happened.
when
Pearl
that
did
happens
say on
to
her
anybody
live.
else, we're involved in a witch hunt then.
So I
How
think
do you
really at
say-
the end of the day, the power of these people is down to us. We are the ones that give them the views. We are the ones that get in their boxes. We are the ones that comment in their chat. So
Yeah.
it's down to us. If they're not going to do it, then we have to do it collectively.
Pearl did say as well on her live, I saw it on the FYP, that she had said only Chester and Miss Red speak to her. Nobody else speaks to her. In all fairness.
Yeah, but in all fairness, she said none of them were speaking to her. So you know, let's not forget that.
Yeah. No, I'm not like, sticking up for anyone here, but I'm just saying what I saw was said.
Jason, I'm going to drop you down.
Oh, I see that as well. But I also see when they all said none of them was talking to her, but yet she's come out and said yes, they were.
Yeah.
Luke said he blocked her. She said she blocked him, and then she done another video
Good morning,
saying no one blocked
everybody.
anyone.
Just a quick one. I've just jumped in
Morning.
to say this. I don't know if you guys are aware, but on the 3rd of June, you're not going to be able to sit there and talk about anybody like that because you'll get permanently banned, and you are not allowed to show videos or cam to. So these people's disgusting behaviours are not going to get called out on the app. So they're just going to continuously get away with it.
We'll find a way around it, don't you worry.
Well, people just have
Exactly.
to block them. People just have to block their accounts and don't give them the attention.
That's what I'm
I've got
saying. I
updates
feel
around
like
this morning saying that there's a new rule coming in on the 3rd of
Yeah, I
June,
know. Yeah.
and there's going to be no FYP news, no exposures, because people will just automatically get their accounts banned.
But people will work a way around that, though.
Yeah, we'll work our way around
Well,
it.
Victorians just came into the live. I don't know if,
So thank you
okay.
very much for letting me up, but I just
No worries. Thank you.
Okay.
thank you.
yeah,
Hey.
way around it.
I'm going to drop anyone that does feel offended by my actions. I can only apologise.
Like,
It's not on
done
you.
anything.
You did nothing wrong, Jade.
It's not on you
It's
at
just
all.
like I'm not.
All I'd say, Jade.
at all.
I'm
all
glad
I'd
you
say
were in
to
the
you
box to
Maybe pick your friends a bit more wisely.
Yeah.
That's all I'd say to you.
Yeah,
I understand. It's something I've got to think about now. So
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
But if anyone
care,
really
bye.
want to message me, I'll listen.
If Torian's here, if you want to request the box, Torian, you're more than welcome. But we're talking about the racism remark from Jester.
I mean, we've talked about it so many times, haven't we? You know, we all get into little arguments and disagreements and stuff like that. But the low attitudes and things that come out of people's mouths are not acceptable.
I've never watched him, to be
Transphobia and
honest.
the
I don't get his
homophobia and the
lies.
racism. No, none of us
I
have.
don't
But
It
either.
doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. His
it's,
character.
you know, there's a bar. You know, I always say there's a bar. There's the middle ground, then there's the low bar, and then there's a higher bar. And there's nobody living that higher bar at the moment, but everybody seems to be middle bar or going below the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think there's anything wrong with FYP News because people love it. However, if you're going to do it, you need to be completely unbiased and you need to cover everything.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can't pick and choose.
So will you be able to play a clip without showing the actual video, just audio? And then you could just say, like, if you're talking about, I don't know,
Nicknames.
Hester, just say the word C and people will know, do you know what I mean, who
There'll
that
be
is?
ways around it, won't there? People
There
will
will be,
stick to it.
definitely.
And I feel like it's important when there's people on here doing, like, I saw a video this morning where a girl has been massively love bombed by a big creator on here and she's heartbroken and loads of girls
I've seen that as well.
coming forward
Morning,
saying
Panda.
he's done the same to them. Things like that need to be addressed because
Hayley, morning.
people are vulnerable on here.
If we talk
first
about
thing
the
I
good
put
and
on
the
my
bad,
FYP.
balance it out.
Dorian, we're discussing about the Jester incident with the using the N-word or applying the N-word. So you're more than welcome to jump up. I don't know if you've seen the video yet. Well, I assume you probably have by now. But you're more than welcome to jump up.
As I say, he dropped Torian as well yesterday from that live and Luke's, and he dropped myself, he dropped a few others, he blocked people when it's got nothing to do with Luke. Do you know, it was Chester, he was just on one
Yeah.
yesterday. You
Yeah,
could see it
that's he
coming.
was kicking you out, weren't he, Milty? And then he
He
was
was,
kicking
yeah.
Torian out, and it's just ridiculous because I think Luke had said at the start of the live, let people have their comments. Obviously, if a comment's hateful, mute it, but let people have their opinions and whatnot. And then Chester was booting people out the boxes, and it was ridiculous.
Can I just ask a question while
The
we're mentioning
comment was
Luke?
directed
Right.
about Torian. The comment that was
Yesterday,
made.
did we actually get a final thingy from Luke about his position with the Alex and Kelly thing?
No, he just kept saying it's disgusting. It's not something that he's ever heard him say. He speaks to him outside the app, and then offering them to get in the box if they wanted to come up and talk.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
shocking to me. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Let's just give him another platform in front of however many 2 point whatever K there was in there, yeah?
You know, I saw Torian's comments saying, "Oh, she's used to it," but she shouldn't have to be used to it. Nobody should have to be used
Definitely
to it.
shouldn't have to be.
Torian
Yes,
should be able to say whatever she wants on here
Exactly.
and, do what she wants without people throwing racial slurs or implying racial comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It must be so tiring, like about having to get up every day and go in and try and explain yourself or explain people's actions, and it must be fucking like so boring to her now, you know.
And do you know what's pissing me off as well? You know, whenever Paige gets in a box or Torian, the comments will be like, oh, they're going to turn it into race. It's boring. The race debates are boring. Yeah, it probably is to you because it doesn't affect your day-to-day life. And that, my friends, is white privilege.
And
You
that's
think
what
it
I was
doesn't
just about to
exist.
say, Alicia. You know, at the end of the day, but these people just get up in the morning and just don't think two fucks about it. You know, and that's wrong. It's so wrong because if they did, they wouldn't keep coming on here and keep repeating it every time.
Exactly.
You know.
Listen, we all come into the world the same way. We all bleed the same colour and we're all going out the same way. So what does it matter whether you're white, black, Chinese or anything? Do you know, it shouldn't.
Shouldn't matter.
But obviously, to some, it does, Max, because you know they clearly the
Well,
racism.
then where are they
is-
living? Back in the 1930s, Charlie. We're in 2024.
Do you know what? Get right, Max. So,
Well,
so
I think
grew up.
I think it could be Chester's Botox.
I grew up in a
Big up the
predominantly
Botox.
white little small town, right? And I'm 57, right? So you think, you know, it's a lot of years ago. I was, you know, when I was a kid, and so 50 years
You
ago,
were so old, I'm unfollowing you.
you still love me. Anyway, so 50 years ago, even in a small white town, the racism then was not as bad as it is now.
No.
It has gone backwards. It keeps going backwards. It should be going forwards. You know, it should be less now.
Listen, Chippy, I grew up on the Old Kent Road around the corner from Millwall Football Club, and we all know what they was like back in the day.
Yeah.
But if you choose to get involved with that, then that's down to you. Me, myself, back then when I was a young kid, it was wrong. And now, it's still wrong.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that there were less then that I heard growing up, even in a predominantly white area, than there is now. There's a lot more of racism now, a lot more blatant racism. It's just...
Exactly.
I grew up in a village that was owned by
Jennifer,
Rothschilds.
Chester was calling her the N-word yesterday.
Lucy, do you want to play it again for anybody who maybe has just come in and have not seen it? Or do
What were you going to say, Alicia?
you want to leave
I
it?
grew up in a village that was owned by the Rothschilds, so you can imagine like everyone was white.
Yeah.
But I just educated myself. Like obviously, when I was growing up, I had no idea about the struggles of other people, and then as I got older, I kind of looked into things myself and listened to other people.
Exactly.
And this is why I was so.
Hit yourself.
This, Alicia,
That's why I
this is
never
why-
accepted Pearl's version of the. Well, I'm from a
didn't
different
either.
era. No, it doesn't matter. You can still educate yourself.
This, yeah, that's
Exactly.
what I was just about to say, Chippy. I, was brought up on a gypsy site, and travelled the roads until I was, a middle-aged teen, and never, ever, ever did I hear any of my community or, my family ever use those type of words, because we knew at the time. We knew at the time that we're going through the same similar racism or discrimination. So, when Pearl come out with that word, I was completely gobsmacked, absolutely gobsmacked, knowing that we've come from that same environment and looking at the same racism and, the rejection from people day in, day out. So, no excuses.
No, I've got an uncle who's 99. My nan's 91. I've never heard them come out with a racial slur. I had one auntie who was racist, and she used to make remarks about my children. Like when I used to post my kids on Facebook in their swakamis for Eid, she
Lucy,
used to make comments, and I cut her off.
Sorry, Alicia. Lucy, can we play it again? There's a lot of people who haven't heard it and want to hear it. Is that okay?
Yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked by the fact Tyson Fury.
Yeah, can I just pick up on something really quickly before we move on? Late night FYP say travellers face discrimination, not racism. But when we're being called the P word, it is classed as racism.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
Which I didn't know till a few months ago. I didn't realise that the P word was actually a racist word.
Yeah.
Did any of you,
I thought
sorry
it was
Lucy,
discriminatory.
before you play, did any of you see Only Tony's video of Paddy Doherty trying to buy a drink in the pub and they refused to serve him?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Seen a few of them, Alicia. I mean, there's no excuse. Everybody should be treated the same.
Yeah, but we're talking
get
about
tarnished, don't
racism. We're talking about racism today, people, towards the black community and not my community. So without being Lucy, you got to come back. Without being rude, let's try and get back to the topic at hand,
Yeah.
Sorry, Lucy, if you can come back, my lovely.
Life with Lou, you was laughing in Chester's comments. I saw
Sorry,
you
that
in
was
the
because I
video.
had the picture of Tyson Fury on.
Oh, right, okay.
It's come
Who
up
was laughing?
actions in this live are
Life-
performed by professionals.
Life
or
with Lou, she just said sending love to anyone affected. She was in Chester's comments laughing. And I've not listened to the shit people have said about this woman, and I've been nice to her. But
Who's
she was
that?
sat there laughing in his comments.
Who's that?
Life with Lou.
Oh, yeah.
Life with Lou.
You'll all know her. I got requested yesterday. She has been in here. She's in here now. Yeah. Right, I'm playing the clip. Hang on.
Right, can somebody tell me what's going on with her?
She was in Chester's comments when he was saying this, laughing, and then apparently she said she told him not to worry about it after he had said it. So I've been nice to you, Lou. I haven't listened to other people.
She has
Taking
requested
you for how I see you, and
Yeah, we'll get her in the box then.
yesterday.
Let her in.
Do you want
Let
this
her in.
playing, or we're gonna talk to like?
2 minutes.
Right, let's play the clip first, and then we'll bring Lou in.
Hello, everybody. I didn't block anybody. What it is people who have been blocked previously have all started coming in saying, I've been blocked. It happened. You were blocked weeks ago. So why didn't you shut them in the box? Okay. I did kick Toya out of the box, okay? Because I don't like her. She had a lot to say about me.
Say it as it is, Chester. Go on.
A couple of weeks ago. So why should I? I'm a moderator, and I see that little no profile bitch come into the line. I'm gonna get rid of it. Look at me, because I don't like her. So there you go. Anyone?
Look, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and say it.
It's an absolute.
I'll do it. Ashley! Yay!
So for anyone that didn't hear, he said she's an absolute N.
Yeah.
Wow.
So did life with Lou or whatever she's called?
Got a
did they
laughing
laugh
face.
after that comment as well?
Right, okay, but let's keep it as we're
Yeah.
adults, people. Let's treat
Okay.
each other with a bit of respect and dignity, because obviously we don't want to be going down that lines where we're that low like Chester.
Yeah, Charlie, people even in the comments have got like past beef with this girl. So, like you said, stick to what she said about Chester, because otherwise your life's going to take a serious.
Yeah, and we are talking about Chester. If it's anything else, then, go to somebody else's life when Life of Lou's there and take it up there. This is purely about what Chester is about, okay?
People are saying not to platform her.
Right, well, that's up to Charlie, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not picking sides here, but I did get a threatening message from somebody, and I'm 99% sure it was her.
Oh, well, don't put her up then,
Brenda.
Charlie. No.
And that was about doing some posters and trying to out me on what.
Right, yeah, it's time to get lost then. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to check my follow list, and if you're on it, Life with Lou, you can kiss that goodbye.
Yeah, I'm going to remove
She
her.
came back on a backup, and I've heard and seen several questionable things, but
Yeah,
I
I
always
just had to
like to be
think. I
like-
just had to think, and yeah, I'm 99% sure it was her.
Do you know the thing is as well? I've got empathy because she's an addict, and I've got a close family member who has been through that. So I've got empathy because I understand it to an extent. But to sit there and laugh and someone
that's
say,
no excuse, is
"You
it,
told
Lucy?
me."
Let's be
No, but
honest.
I'm saying in this
Lucy,
situation,
you're going to come back, and
In
I
this-
think I'm not the only one that she's done it to either.
in this situation where she's saying not to worry about it,
Yeah.
I'm just not backing any racism. Like I completely understand addiction and what it does to you and whatever, but that's just no.
It's not okay.
saying the viewing's not suitable for people of a certain age. So
The actions in this live are performed by professionals. Who's been doing stunts?
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I was practicing with my
doing
helicopter.
backflips.
No, I had the picture of Tyson Fury's fight on, not the video, the picture, and I think it might have picked that up.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So yeah, that's the end of the conversation about Louise. Sorry, Louise, but you're not welcome here.
Oh, she's not.
Thank you, Kerry. Thank you. But getting back to the matter at hand, yes. So, is there any other views, or what's your any other thoughts on what's going on?
Well, let's just. I'm going to say it one more time for the other 300 that have come in since. Chester's a racist pig.
Definitely.
He said what he said. It's the same as I said yesterday.
Alicia thinks he's something. Okay, Sarah.
And guys, okay, and then moving over to Zach the Brat, what do you think about that?
He's a transphobic little
What
tosser.
was Zach de Brat done?
Not Zach the Brat.
Oh, not Zach. Oh, yeah, wrong person. Sorry, Zach.
Captain Zach. Sorry,
Captain Zach.
Zach.
Captain Zach is, I believe, a racist and transphobic.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely.
Torian, morning, my darling.
Morning,
Morning.
everyone.
Hi, Torian.
Hey, Lucia, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I literally saw that video like an hour ago when I woke up because yesterday it was literally like we done like a little box battle fun thing, and then I just came off the app. So I literally just saw everything this morning. But honestly, like I'm not even surprised. Like I'm not even like, oh my god, like da da da. It's just something that I'm just accustomed to now, I guess. Like it's something that you just become used to on this app.
Torian, is that because of the person that's done it, or because it's just happened?
No, I think it's just because every day, like, if it's not someone being blatantly racist, then they're trying to be like try to do hidden racism or try to DM me race. Like, it's just something that I'm just, I guess, I don't know, like, I'm just immune to now on this app. Like, racism don't surprise me anymore, Chippy. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It generally just don't surprise me on this app anymore. And it's Chester, like, it's not the first time he's done something like this. It's not going to be the last. It's not going to get spoken about because that's their friend. And it's just going to get pushed under the rug. And the only time it's probably going to get spoke about, probably now, if he does mention it, is because everyone's going to be speaking about it. Do you know what I mean?
Look at Karen
But they
Smith.
don't care.
Change the bloody record. Karen Smith in the comments. She's living up to her name. Change the bloody record. What's the
So
record?
you live in a world of racism then? Yeah. Because that's what it sounds like. You think it's acceptable then by the sounds of it?
There's 900 people in here. 900 people. Go to her account and just make sure she's
Go
blocked.
and watch Chester, Karen.
See, this is what I mean. Like, honestly, guys, when
It
you
wouldn't have to keep being talked about if people didn't keep being racist.
Exactly. And bear in mind, I didn't actually do anything to him. I went into Luke's live to give my opinion on the Alex thing because that's something that is children. Do you know what I mean? And then he dropped me, and then obviously I got risen back up. But my thing is with Luke, like, you know what he does. He's your moderator. Why do you keep having him as a moderator when he's causing problems for yourself? Like, do you get what I mean? And after this, they're still going to talk to him anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
and that's why I say, like, they're all racist enablers, and they get so upset when I say that. But you've just proved us.
It's proven what it is.
It's
And
proven. Do you know what I mean?
I made it quite clear yesterday, Torian, that these big platform providers, these big account holders, they've got to start setting the example and lead the way.
Yeah.
And they have, and if you've got these type of people that are on your community or, they're in your mods or what, you've got to get rid of them because these are the people that are representing you.
Yeah. And in terms of life with Lou, yeah, I just want to just add something out there, yeah. The reason why she's probably laughing is because we was live, me and Paige, one time, and it got outed that she basically pretended to unalive herself for gifts and stuff like that. She lied about DV. Huh?
Wow.
Thank you for joining, Tony.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, she lied about DV. She lied about all these things, and she basically got caught out in the live. So now she basically has it out for us because she got caught out in my live.
Yeah.
And then obviously it came out more things that she had done. So yeah, that's probably just why she's laughing, but she's an idiot anyway, honestly.
Good morning, Tori, and I missed you. I was on mute, sorry, when you came in. How are you doing?
You're all right, Mosey. How are you, my love?
I'm good. I mean, it's just pathetic that every morning we're waking up to fucking some other shit that somebody's spoken. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
And they're still not learning their lessons, Millsy.
well,
That's the
that's it. I mean,
biggest.
Chester, he's done it so many times. It's like he just seems to have got a free pass. He doesn't seem to have got spoken about as much as other people have, and I just don't see why not. He should be.
Emma, morning, lovely. Can we hear from Emma?
Yeah, hi, good morning. I just want to say, people on this app need to think what they say about people. It's getting ridiculous. My mate, 9.5 weeks ago, unalived herself because of 2 people off this app. Now, I can't say the 2 people at the minute because they are in court because of it. And once the court case is over, then I will be putting the pictures up on my page of the 2 people who made her do it.
Wow.
The things they were saying to her was unbelievable. They found out where she lived. They were sending different things to her house. They sent like a rope in a little box, and put
Trigger
a note,
warning, guys.
and put a note in it to tell her what to do in that.
Yeah, can the mods put some trigger warnings in the chat, please? Thank you.
And it got to her that much, she just couldn't live with herself. And she had her own house, and she had 2 kids. And she took the kids to school, and then she went home. Anyway, she was supposed to be going to her mum's that day. So her mum was ringing her, and there was no answer. Now, her mum knew all about this. So there was no answer. So her mum phoned her about 4 or 5 times, and there was no answer.
Wait, I was not to interrupt you. I'm so sorry, but I'll just be careful because it's in court. Just be careful with what you say. You just don't wanna-
Yeah, I can say it, but I can't say people's names. Anyway, so her mum went round to her house, and her mum let herself in, and her mum found her upstairs on the landing.
Oops, sorry.
Guys,
I'm so sorry that you've had to go through that, my darling. And I send my regards to that person's family and their friends.
Yeah. Well, the 2 people, were telling her things, making her do things and things like that. The 2 people are well known on the app.
Yeah, I think you should be in a position where I don't think you should say much more, my darling, because of it being a court issue, So, yeah. But please come back when you can, and may tell the story and make people aware of it, obviously, But, yeah, take time to let this set in because, is it quite recent? Did you say 2 weeks ago?
9.5 weeks ago.
Jeez, it is still.
Well, they have been to court, and it's been adjourned. Now they're up in court next month, and to be sentenced next month.
Yeah.
Apparently, sorry not to cut you. Apparently, Life of Lou is crying on live. This is what she does. She's gonna cry and say that she's gonna unalive herself. She's just triggering. Like honestly, she's crazy.
Victoria, are you going if I drop you down, my darling? Because I've got other people waiting to come in.
I do keep like going in lives, and I do keep saying it in people's lives. I went in one live the other day, and I said it in one live, and somebody said to me, "We've already heard about this. Get over it."
Wow.
But
Some people are just assholes.
People's lives, and I will be telling them.
Billy's in there. Billy's in with Life with Lou.
Who's in there?
Billy.
Who's Billy?
What are they saying, Charlie?
You've literally laughed at something. So you've gone in there because someone's ranting away and just put a laughing face. Well, it's not funny to just laugh at someone ranting away when you don't know what.
This is what she does, guys. This is like manipulative at its finest, literally. And then probably in about half an hour, trigger warning, she's going to say that she's going to unalive herself.
Yeah.
She does this all the time, literally. It's a pattern.
I'm going to block her.
Victoria,
I'm off
come back.
Yeah, I'm jumping down so Victoria can come in. Everyone, I'll catch you later.
Thank you, Alicia.
Bye, Alicia.
Bye, Alicia.
Bye, everyone.
Sweet Carol,
I'm going to drop down as well. I'm going to drop down. Just wanted to come up just to say, what's happened to me, mate.
Well, I hope your friend gets
Thank you,
justice.
Emma.
Yeah, and once it's finished, I will be putting the pictures up. on the
Please, my
page.
darling, please make awareness of it, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you, my darling.
Thank you.
Sorry, Victoria. Go on, my darling. I know you were waiting.
That's all right, Charlie. I'm always sitting in the background. I don't like to overtalk people or shout. I'm just not that person. Firstly, I want to say to Torian, I think you're absolutely incredible. I'm 53 years old. I'm not the most knowledgeable person in the world, but I watched a lot of yours and Paige's lives, and I've got to say, it educated me. I learnt a lot. So for that, thank you for, giving me a different outlook on life.
No, sorry.
What I wanted to say really was, when is TikTok going to take accountability for this stuff? Because if you smoke online or you drink online, you get a violation. So my question is, racism, homophobia, transphobia, they're all illegal, they're all crimes. So when is TikTok going to say, like, one striking out? When is that going to happen? Because you get banned for the most ridiculous things. So why don't they ban these people and ban their accounts for the racism and the nasty, nasty stuff that they're saying about people online? Why? That was just my point.
There should be somewhere that you can send, or these agencies can send clips of people doing these things, send them to somewhere, even by email or whatever, to TikTok, where they can then take action. You know what I mean? There should be something in place.
I mean, people are putting in the comments, it's about money, and I get that. Everything is about money.
Yes.
But again, is it money over morals? Because
Of
it's
course
destroying
it is.
people's lives.
When you've got people coming on here, my darling, and they're going way below that line by, being a pedlo, and they're getting away with it. They're coming on here being racist, getting away with it. And I was saying this a few weeks ago. What is next that we're going to see on this app? People unaliving themselves, or and doing it on live to get views.
Charlie, TikTok is a business, right? And any business has a duty of care to their employees or to whoever it is that's watching. The same as ITV do to people who are maybe on Love Island, and they have an aftercare and all this, and they put up support lines after programs and stuff. So TikTok should have a department or something where they have a place where people who are, and this will also save, this is what I mentioned on Luke's yesterday, rather than going and DMing somebody or letting somebody know all your flaws, have a place on TikTok where you can go and contact them directly, where there are professionals or where there are people that can help you, rather than just going to random strangers, right?
But in the money business, right, Millsy? In the money business, right? You've got an app like this. It's generating lots of money, right?
Yeah, but they still have a duty of care. It doesn't matter how much money they generate.
Of course they have. They've got a duty of care. They should have a duty of care, and by law they should have a duty of care, right? But what I'm saying is, right, would it not be, does TikTok not understand that if this was a more positive app, they would probably generate more income because there'd be more people joining it?
I don't know, but I just think they should have.
I just think something's got to change. Something's got to change, because these people, they just keep saying racist slurs, which is disgusting. Homophobic slurs, disgusting. It doesn't matter. Even calling someone out a nasty, for whatever stupid reason you've got with them, and you start calling them nasty names online in front of thousands of people, it has a massive effect on them. And I just think there should be some sort of due diligence by TikTok to stop this happening, or at least, like I say, one striking out, you do it again, you're out, you lose your account, ends off. No backup accounts, nothing.
Do you know what though? Yeah, that will never happen. And do you know why? Because money is the root of all evil. Like, money speaks louder. Do you get it? So
and that's what I'm saying, Tori. Like I said, are we going to see people? Are we going to be seeing people on here filming people getting unalived and for a few quid? Because obviously it's going to bring in the view, because how far do we go below that line before enough is enough? Don't you think, with the racism, the homophobia, people unaliving themselves, people getting themselves into financial difficulty with the gifting? So now, guys, can you not see where Kamikaze is coming from in a way? Because the people that are vulnerable are being overlooked.
Yeah, and now they're going to punish the people that come to it, the people that talk about it. No, punish the people that are saying it. Punish the lives. Punish the racism. Punish the hate speech. Like, don't go for the people that talk about it to raise awareness. How
Exactly.
backwards is that?
But they
You know,
will
if
though,
the
because the
everyday
small
man on here
people.
is being overlooked because, like, with, you know, Jester coming out with this racism thing, Pell obviously with the racism
But
thing,
look, yeah.
then you've got the pedlos on here. If they're all getting overlooked, then what do you think the people, you know, that are in a vulnerable position,
Listen, guys, yeah.
mega
TikTok,
overlooked?
Again, that's where duty of care comes in, isn't it?
TikTok are not gonna ban. TikTok are gonna continue to ban the people that spread awareness, because the big content creators with the big followings, they're not spreading awareness on certain topics. It's the little ones. So for TikTok, they don't care if the little ones go or their accounts go, because they're not monetized. They're not bringing TikTok money. You lot got to understand, these big creators and that get a lot of money on TikTok, that are always on the podium, always on the weeklies and stuff. TikTok need them as much as they need TikTok, in a sense, because they bring TikTok that money. TikTok would rather have someone that incites hate, racism, transphobic, homophobic, all those stuff, than someone that is intellectually smart and spreads awareness about whatever good things. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it brings in the money. Money speaks louder, unfortunately. They don't care. It's money over morals.
Tori, and while you're here, can I just ask you a question? It's a little bit off topic, but my daughter, she's 12, she watches TikTok and she watches all stuff that she probably shouldn't, but it's very hard to monitor. I do my best. And I've spoken to her when she always hears I'm in Charlie's Live when we're speaking about racism, and we have mixed race and black people in our family. So I always try my best to educate her. But she came to me yesterday and she said, Mum, you know how you always tell me not to ever repost anything with certain words in it, or, you know, ever say it, no matter whoever says it. And one of her school friends got in trouble on a school trip for repeatedly saying the word the word that's been spoke about this morning, beginning with N. So the little boy was just outright saying it on the school trip, and the school didn't even know how to deal with it. So my daughter said to me, Mum, I know we're never to say it, it's a bad word, but I've heard black people saying it, so why is that okay? And I didn't know really the best way to explain that to her.
I feel like when black people say the N-word, at the end of the day, the N-word is a derogatory term. Do you get what I'm saying? But the word was used against black people. So from my opinion, I feel like a word that is used against us, we can say. I don't think no one should tell us what, like, I think basically the history behind the actual word, right, is very how can I explain it? It's very
powerful.
Yeah, but that's not the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to, like, basically the word, okay, so the word was used against us thousands of years ago, right? Whatever, against our ancestors, against our people, even up to today. So I just feel like when it comes to, well, my opinion, I feel like a word that's been used against us, that's described us for thousands of years, and now we're saying it. I don't feel like a white person should then tell us when we can or can't use the word. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, you've formed this word against us, but now you're telling us not to use it. Do you get it?
Yeah, I tried to explain it that, you know, it was kind of...
But I'm a black person. The N-word is not in my vocabulary. Do you
But
get it?
do
I
you
don't
not
use
think,
it. It's not my everyday word. I don't say it to no one. I don't...
But do you not think that the actual N-word itself should be a word where it should be a crime just to use the word alone? Because where I'm getting at, listen, we can't go forward and teach our next generation about anything with racism when we're still hearing that word clearly in music, in
it's in a lot of songs,
in some stage shows or whatever. So, and you know, then that word is still going to be continued to be used. Do you get where I'm trying to come from?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like we're reclaiming back the word that was used against us. Yeah, people use it in songs, and yeah, people use it against each other, but you lot gotta understand, it's not every black person that goes and says, like I said, I'm a black person, it's not in my vocabulary. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
and me either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
I
that's
think
what I
there's a
said
big
to her,
difference,
but-
right? Than saying it in a song, yeah, or saying yo ma like to your friend or whatever it is, than actually going to a black person, not being a black person, and saying you effing, you this, that.
Yeah.
Because it's an oppressive word, that as well. So
Tori, and that's why I come. Thanks, Charlie, for letting me up. Torian's
problem.
absolutely fab. I've loved getting to know Torian over the last few weeks. But yeah, it's very big difference, isn't there, between someone using it to hate Torian and a community reclaiming a word because people use it to hate against them. And that's what I wanted to say about that particular word. But that's exactly what's going on here. Is someone's using terminology to hate Torian, and the fact that that even enters their mind, one, shows that they don't really have much other discussion or argument, do they, against why they don't like Torian, which is just very, very odd in and of itself. But, you know, when I was in a live, Charlie, where Paigey and Torian were being mocked for, oh, are you going to talk about racism again today? And I think they should if they want to. Racism isn't something they just move away from when people don't talk about it anymore. They live with it every day, don't they? They're living with people doing this shit all the time that they have to live with and experience the backlash for. And then you've got people on TikTok just bored of hearing about it. Well, they're bored of living with the issue of having to hear these things all the time. So this is where people have to sort of wake up to why people are raising awareness to these issues. But it's just such a shame that, you know, because I do get the point. What I was messaging Torian before was someone had mentioned, I think Victoria had mentioned about TikTok. I'd just be really surprised if they sat in, is it Singapore, thinking we're going to protect Chester. Like, we really like Chester.
Yeah,
We want
exactly.
Chester to be on the app. But of course, they massively need to take more responsibility. AI should be able to predict these words being used and all that type of stuff. But these people aren't being protected, in my personal view, by the app for the things they're doing. The problem is when we report it, they're just not taking it seriously. Now, you might call that protection, but that's my issue.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like that as well, Jake.
Yeah. It just
Or you
feels
get a no
like-
violation come back.
Yes, it's shocking. It's
You report it, no violation.
But I think I just wouldn't want to confuse that with an act of protection. I just think they're just clearly not reviewing, they're not looking. And I don't know if this was Chippy who talked about recordings, but I thought the point of reporting was that it saves that sort of section and reports that through.
Carly, Miss Spaghetti's been blocked. Sorry. Miss
No,
Spaghetti's-
can we get Miss
Angie.
Spaghetti unblocked, please?
It's Angie that's blocked her. She doesn't like her. I
Oh,
don't know
right.
why Angie's mod, to be fair, but that's
I'm going to drop, but I only wanted to come up for that because I just thought for Tory, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm never ever advocating for me to say it or anything. I'm just saying he wasn't singing it. He was using this to attack Torian. It's a very, very different set of approach.
100%.
So what do you think the next step should be, people? Or what?
Starve them of their oxygen.
What does Jester need to do?
Just as a racist.
Get off the
thing,
app.
right?
Come off the app. Literally.
Yeah, absolutely. Come off the
Same with
app.
Alex, same with Kelly.
Yeah.
Chester is another one. They need to come off the app. They need to deactivate their accounts and piss off. But what people need to do is box ban them. They need to mute their comments in conversations and just ignore them. Then they'll just disappear because they'll get fed up of being ignored.
Yeah.
Hi guys, sorry I just jumped quickly, you know my voice is dead. I just wanted to say to the music comment and the other ones, my question is always, considering we know that's an oppressive word, why do you want to use the word? I think that's what we need to be asking people and asking yourselves. Like, why would you want to use that word?
Well, do you know what, Kiki? I don't understand it because like I say, I'm 57, me, right? I grew up in a predominantly white little town where there was racism, but it was nowhere near as blatant and as obvious and as said as it is in today's society. It's gone backwards.
So I think regardless of what argument you put forward, whether it's about music and or black people using that word, that always has to be the question of, well, why would you want to use it knowing the meaning?
You see, I heard it when I was married. I was married to a Turkish girl, and I heard lots of shit because I was married to her. And the amount of times I've had to defend her just because they think she's Muslim. Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking unbelievable.
I'm 45 this year, and I've been listening to hip hop since I was 10 years old. Never have I said that word. It is so easy to not sing a word if you're white. Just don't sing it. It's so easy. But still, people will still sing it and say, "Oh, it's just because it's in a song. They're singing it. Why can't we?"
So
Just ridiculous.
like I said, I'm going to drop again because of my voice. But like I said, maybe anybody puts that to you, if you ever ask yourself that question, or if your kids ask that question, while you know where that word came from.
Oh my God.
There's no reason.
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie, can we have a word with Angie, please? She keeps blocking people. Miss
How
Baguette
did Charlie
specifically.
Angie gave you a platform, so she now decides who's blocked and who's not blocked.
No, she don't. Do you know what?
I don't know why she's
I've taken the power.
For fuck's sake.
I've taken the powers off. So
Yeah, fucking two-rat, and you're not coming here pissing about. Go on your own platform and piss about.
No one gave you a platform but you.
Everybody's entitled to come up here and speak. You do not control Charlie's life. End of.
Right. Can I say something?
Guys, I'm going to
No.
drop.
You gave me
Thank
a
you
mod.
very
No,
much.
you just listen, yeah? You gave me a mod, Charlie, right? She's been calling me a pisshead alcoholic. You see, you told me, you've got my message on WhatsApp, Charlie, that unblocked you, block the haters. That is what you said. Block
Yeah,
the
if they're
haters.
taking-
She's
if
called
they're
me an
taking-
alcoholic. And a
if they're
pisshead. I'll
taking
tell
the-
you what I'll do, Charlie. I'll go live at 8:30 myself, yeah, and take away your
Okay.
fucking viewers. How about that,
All right
Charlie?
then, bye.
You're nothing better. What do you do?
Not having it, Angie's. No way.
You'll never change, Charlie. I know you try and do the right thing, but Jesus Christ. She's
We were
not
having
the
a
queen
good
of the
little
app.
then having a good, discussion about important topics, and then Angie just comes and derails it by.
Yeah, I tried to do the right thing.
Do you know what? There were so many people in here yesterday that I didn't like and I didn't block, and I got messages from those people saying, "Why did you block me from Charlie's life?" It wasn't even me.
Well,
if me,
She's
my
gone
big-
now. She's gone.
I've got grudges with everyone, and if I can stop blocking people, so can
Yeah,
everyone
same.
else.
We've all got personal feelings on personal people, but we don't. It's not our life. It's Charlie's.
Yeah.
There haven't been hateful
Only
in
people
here.
should be being blocked are the people that are coming in and using derogatory language or being basically rude.
I
And
think everybody. I just want to say I've never called Angie those words in my life. Like,
But yeah, I've
recently.
taken her.
I'm not here to. I've literally just woken up. I'm not here to argue.
It's
or
her
anything.
own insecurities about her behaviour. It's not.
It's very childish. Like, if you can't block people from people's lives just because you don't like them. Like, that's not the job of a moderator.
That's
is it?
exactly what we're saying Chester was doing yesterday. So how can you then allow
Yeah.
someone to come on here and do it to Charlie? It's
Yeah.
totally hypocritical.
And just while there's people in there, can I just ask, Chester's page, it says that he's managed by TikTok, but I don't believe that he is, because he doesn't get the views and he doesn't get the gifts to be managed by TikTok. If anyone knows what agency he's with, please let me know, because I want to send the clips to them. But I don't believe he's with TikTok.
What is it
No,
with
he's not with
croaky
TikTok.
voices today? Have you all been on the piss?
Oh, I was watching the Fury fight till late, and then I felt like I've slept about 2 hours.
I can't believe he lost. I feel really sad.
Yeah, I'm a big Fury fan.
I am, but I think that Usyk, I think he deserved the win, but
yeah,
it's sad because obviously I want the Fury to win. But if anyone does know what agency Charlie is with,
It does say TikTok, you're right. I don't.
It does, but you know what? I don't believe a single word he says.
No, I don't.
He probably puts it up there to look cool, but he's not cool. Yeah, I'm going to jump down because I need to go and drink this coffee and wake up. But thanks for letting me up, Charlie, and I'm sorry if I caused any aggro.
No. Look,
didn't-
at the end of the day,
I didn't mean it maliciously. I promise you. I
At
was
the end of the day, if somebody's taking the piss out of anybody in the chat by using, their addiction or their disability, then I can understand. But you can't be blocking people just for her personal
Yeah.
reasons.
I genuinely yesterday I wanted a conversation.
and I wouldn't do that in her life either when I was the mod.
I know, because you probably
Yeah.
got shouted at by her if you did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got to work both
But I
ways.
apologise, people. I apologise. And as we're adults, look, we'll just move on. you know. If Angie wants to play it like that, then continue to play it like that, Angie. But I'm not going to go to your level, my love, by sitting here ranting and raving about you.
But that's the thing, Charlie. She thinks that everybody will just be under her thumb and she can do what she wants, and then you'll just automatically side with her because that's the way that she's had it for so long.
Can we
she's going to realise soon.
Angie, get back to Torian, because I want to ask Torian a question.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to jump down. I'm going to still be here. I love you, Torian. You're just a fresh machine. Love you.
Because whenever there's anything racist happens, Torian and Paige are the first people that people go to, bombard them with inboxes. And I just want to ask Torian and Paige, if she's around, are you okay? Because it must be just fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
You every day to get messages, this one's been racist, this one's been racist. It's just, it can't be doing your mental health any good. Oh, I think Torian's fallen asleep, so.
No, but I know where you're coming from, Di, because I still get it because I come from the gypsy community.
Yeah.
You know, I've grown up enough now where I know there's certain shops that won't let me in, or there's certain restaurants or pubs that won't let me in.
Yeah.
But now what I've learned, and I've got to that age, I don't even bother going there anymore because why do I need to keep putting myself through it?
It is, but it shouldn't be that way.
No,
it isn't. You know, but in a perfect world, it wouldn't be like that.
No,
And
but
you should
as
never
Torian
wake
said,
up and
you become numb to it.
But it just seems like Torian and Paige are always the ones that are called to a live, are called to do a live. They're the spokesperson, they're the spokespeople on TikTok, on our side of TikTok at least, for the racism that happens in their community. And it just must be so exhausting. You can hear Torian's voice this morning.
Yeah.
Sounds knackered. And just like, she's over it. She just is.
Well, I said it earlier on, you know, on the live, these weeks, these months that these two have been going round the app and trying to teach people, or, you know, see it from their perspective and see it from this view or whatever. And now it just seems like all of that's just been a kick in the bollocks and we're going to chuck you down the toilet. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? But we're still going to continue to out these people. You know, even if you've got your last breath, you can't just roll over and say, oh, it's just another racism remark, because it has to be highlighted. And it's even more with these people that have got a big platform.
But for
because they're meant to be leading the way. These ones are meant to be, you know, it's setting the example.
But for the people like Torian and Paige, and there's a few other people that always get called up, they have to make sure that to fight for their community and to fight against racism, they have to be on their A game as well. They can't wreck their own heads, like, because it is exhausting. I used to do a lot of advocacy work and it was just it wore me out to the point where I couldn't do it anymore.
Just non-stop.
Yeah, but the way I think the way that Torian and Paige are dealing with the situation and trying their utmost to educate people, I don't think that passion's never going to go away.
Do you know?
Well, it never goes away, but it's just you have to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Before you can help everyone else.
The only conversation you should be having now with Chester on this app is you're not coming in my box, you're a racist pig, and you're going to get muted. That's the conversation.
Well said.
Oh no, Mary, I don't think they should stop at all. I just want to make sure that they're taking time for themselves to sort of regroup and you know, get a bit, I don't want to say better because they're not bad, but you know, for their own sake and their own mental health and physical health, just have that breathing room to be able to just have a day off. Self-care, exactly. Self-care isn't just like face packs. No, Mary, you're not getting what I'm saying. I'm not saying they should have a day off from racism. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they can have a day off. I'm just saying they need to look after themselves.
Yes, Samantha Riaz. Yeah, Charlie, everybody, I'm going to have to drop because I've got a kids' party to go to. So I'm really excited. So I'll catch you all later.
See you later, Chippy.
Thank you, Chippy. Thank you.
Kenzino's mum wants to come up, I think.
Who?
Kenzino's mum.
Oh, yeah, but just request the box. Kenzino's mum.
And people in the comments were saying that she wanted to come
Oh,
up.
there you go.
Bring her
Yeah,
up.
got her.
Hi everybody.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I am a little bit tired. I wasn't actually going to come up. I think I was just nominated in the comments. But yeah, just first of all, big up you lot for opening up a safe, non-biased space. It feels very different in here. And yeah, in terms of fighting against racism, it's absolutely true. We have to do it on the app, off the app, at work. Just something as simple as going to do your shopping. Sometimes you can experience, racism, and sometimes. Sorry, they're very small, minute incidents, but because we're constantly going through it, it does get draining. So I totally agree with what Di was saying in terms of looking after ourselves and Torian looking after herself, and also just trying to wrap people with love, care, dignity and respect, because it is hard.
Yeah, I wasn't saying stop fighting. Other day, stop fighting. That's not what I meant. I think a couple of people in the comments thought I was saying that, but it's literally you need to look after yourself and protect yourself before you can fight for your community, before you can fight for other people. Because you've heard Torian this morning. She just sounds so drained and just just happened again. Like it shouldn't be that way.
Oh no, because it really does affect your mental health and well-being, and I think it's a topic really that isn't spoken about when we think about mental health. I always talk about the racial trauma and the impact of that, and unfortunately it does lead to some people unaliving or hurting themselves really badly, just because they can't get a break. So it is hard.
I think Torian might have fallen asleep though.
I just hope that Torian is doing okay, and like I says, all we can do is wrap her with love, care, dignity and respect, and ensure that when we're opening spaces and we make it as safe as possible. It's zero tolerance against anything like racist, homophobic, or anything that's going to really harm anybody. However, we can have adult conversations and debates. I don't mind difference of opinions, but as soon as it starts getting nasty, I think if more creators took that kind of stance when they had people on their stages, then maybe we wouldn't be where we are today. Somebody like Chester, I feel like is so comfortable with talking the way that he does talk. Number one, part of the reason might be because that's who he is in real life. And the second part is that, when things have happened on the app before, like the eating of the bananas and that on the live, that was so offensive. Do you know what I mean? He's still given spaces and platforms and stuff where I think if more people just took a stance against it, then they wouldn't have room to really grow on this app.
I mean, if you look at Kate's comment, Kate says, my son had racist abuse at 8, and he spent months scrubbing his skin.
Bless him, man.
I've heard stuff like that a lot, growing up with friends I had, that they did scrub their skin because of people telling them that the colour of their skin is wrong. I mean, I'm a white person, I cannot begin to imagine. I can sympathise, I can't empathise, because I don't know what that would be like. It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that happens to, people in your community every day. It's relentless.
And that's a perfect example, Kate. First of all, I'm so sorry that your son has had to experience that, but it is a perfect example of how young these things can start and what it actually does to you mentally. Do you know what I mean? I've got a 5-year-old at the moment who is in a predominantly white school, and is being asked about why is your hair different and why is your skin different, and he's really feeling bullied at such a young age. And I'm not even sure if the school, even though they've got like policies in place that are supposed to stamp out things like that, like I'm not sure how much the schools are actually doing to ensure that children like that are protected and given the right support when they're dealing with something like that. Because going home to then try and scrub the colour off your skin, like that's gotta be awful at 8 years old. Come on now, like that's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. But yeah, I'm not going to stay. I'm going to drop, but I'll just leave on the final words. Like I do believe, like if we do all work together to call these things out and deal with it when it happens, we can kind of make like changes along the way. So big up everyone on the panel. Thank you.
Oh, thank you,
Bye.
Kenzino. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, has anybody got anything else to say?
I think she said it all.
Well, like Opus Hag said, Charlie, you need to come to Angie.
Oh, just let her get on with it. Like I said, I'm not going to go to her level. At the end of the day, look, I gave her the mod powers yesterday because there were quite a few people in the chat that weren't quite being rude to her. I completely forgot to take her off this morning. She can't come in here and say that Baguette started on her because I didn't see anything in the chat that was that bad to block her. I don't think Miss Baguette started on her in the chat, to be honest with you.
I didn't
You
see
know,
it.
I'm not making that as an excuse, but you know, that's my fault. That's, you know, that was my fault. But what she's saying over there on the other side now and threatening me and sending me messages, no.